G'day guys, I'm Mitchell Dale, joined by Martin Lenihan for Rugby League Week TV. Now the dust has settled on all of the test teams. We're going to have a look at the Aussies and the Kiwis, have a look at a few unlucky omissions. Leno, let's kick it off with the Kiwis. Number one, Benji Marshall. He is 30, he's been playing some sensational footy and is a former Kiwi test captain, but it appears his time in the black and white is over.
Yeah, look, I probably would have gone with Benji, I reckon. I think, look, Kieran Foran, wonderful player, he was always going to be there, but look, Sean Johnson's been struggling in a Warriors team that's been going pretty poorly as well. So, look, the Dragons won't be complaining. Benji gets a bit of a rest. They've won 6 in a row, so no dramas for them. But I reckon Benji was a bit stiff the way he's been going. Yeah,
it would have been tough for the Kiwis to leave out the reigning Golden Boot winner, Sean Johnson. And he did play such a crucial part in them winning the Four Nations last year. Now, the other one for the Kiwis, who I think is pretty unlucky, is Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Maybe not so much for having to cop the suspension, because you've got to do your time, but Porky was ruled out with a foot injury last year, and now he's gone to suspension this time.
Yeah, he's not having a good run, is he? He hurt himself last year when he was going to make the debut, and look, the tackle was fairly innocuous on the weekend, but you'd pick someone up by the legs these days, you're probably going to get a week. He has. Penrith chose not to fight it. I'm happy with that. They pay the wages. I mean, they don't want the kid missing a game for them. So look, they've said he has to miss the test. You're going to have to wait a bit longer.
Pretty tough call there, I reckon, for DWZ. Now with the Aussies, first one, Billy Slater. You'd say he's unlucky to get ruled out. I personally think he was probably lucky to get the loyalty nod from Tim Sheens in the first place when he hadn't played footy for about a month.
Yeah, look, it was an interesting one. They obviously said it had to be Tuesday to make a call. They didn't want to disrupt too much of the week. They showed a lot of loyalty there. Look, I think I probably would have just left him out in the first place, put Greg Inglis there, set your team, but they gave Slater the chance. He didn't come up, so a bit of a reshuffle in the back line.
And finally, another bloke who was probably a bit unlucky is Justin Hodges. He's missed 2 of the past 3 weeks of footy. Came back this weekend, also said that he was keen to finish his rep career at the end of this year. They didn't give him the farewell home test, though.
Yeah, a bit like Ian Healy, mate, for the cricketers. Doesn't get the emotional farewell. Look, it doesn't always work out that way, but for me, he's a bit in the Benji camp, you know, just about in the twilight of their rep careers, but I would have had Hodges there as well. Michael Jennings was obviously put on standby. Hasn't been going that well for me. I reckon Hodges a bit stiff.
Yeah, me too. I think certainly the Queenslanders will show Hodges a little bit more loyalty than the Aussie selectors have.